What's up, everybody? Heat 414 coming at you with some more sports talk as always. Hopefully y'all are enjoying yourselves out there. We're getting close to the summertime, which means it's boxing season, which is what I want to touch on. Make sure if you like what you hear that you subscribe on YouTube, Heat 414. Also catch me on Instagram as well as at the Vault JMU 414 on Twitter. We can go back and forth about sports there as well. But boxing, I want to talk about the most exciting division in boxing from a standpoint of historical purposes, the heavyweight division. It's a division that we all like to see when it's rocking. We want to see the heavyweight division flourish because those big giants that usually step into the ring, they do more than just put on a boxing exhibition. They there to knock each other out, put brothers to sleep. And people like that type of stuff. Heard Max Kellerman say one time that boxing has always been and will be, or fighting in general, the most popular sport. And you can just think about it from the standpoint of if a good basketball game is going on or a football game, no matter where you are, you could probably be at the Super Bowl. Let somebody holler fight and everybody gonna turn their attention from the Super Bowl to see what's going on. Because we want to see a good fight. And in the heavyweight division, you get a slugfest sometimes, and that's what people want to see. So the heavyweight division has been coming alive as boxing has been coming alive and bringing back boxing to the forefront as one of the premier sports in professional sports. The most exciting division and the man to watch, in my opinion, is going to be Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is the current IBF, WBO, and WBA champion of the world. He's going to be fighting this summer Tyson Fury, who's one of the three giant heavyweights out there, as I like to call them. Deontay Wilder at 6'7", Tyson Fury at 6'9", and Anthony Joshua at 6'6". Just Goliaths out there, what we would call the biggest gladiators maybe we've really seen in heavyweight boxing. They just back in the day weren't quite as tall. Some people close to as heavy, but not with the length and size, and not as many as we see today, especially with these three at the heavyweight division, and all have been champions. Tyson Fury and Joshua are going to make for an exciting match this summer, and my prediction is by the end, Joshua, after this fight this summer and their rematch, which will probably take place, will be the most exciting and biggest draw in boxing, even though he won't be pound for pound the best, just because there's some highly skilled guys like Canelo, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, to name a few. But Anthony Joshua will be the biggest draw. His fight against Tyson Fury coming up, I'm predicting a win by Anthony Joshua, even though Tyson Fury should be favored, because I know people are watching Tyson Fury's skill set. He has an extensive amateur background. He's good with his footwork, even good in the corner or off the ropes. His hand speed is impeccable for somebody his size, and his head motion, as far as keeping his head, making sure he avoids the power punches or even the jabs, he's good at that as well. He's been considered the lineal champion for a while now, because at one point in his career he's had all four of the major belts. However, even though he has the extensive amateur background, in my opinion, Tyson Fury, he beat Vladimir Klitschko, which was a legitimate win to get 3 of those belts, and then Deontay Wilder, which was an excellent 2-fight beatdown, in my opinion, that he convincingly won, even though he got dropped in one of them. He convincingly won both to me. But those are his 2 main fights. Whereas you could point to Joshua, who's came up in the ranks, and for 3 of the belts that he's achieved during his career that he currently holds, he's gotten each of them individually, one of which by fighting Vladimir Klitschko, who also Tyson Fury beat. So they have a common opponent there. Joshua has not fought Deontay Wilder, but he's fought the likes of a few other guys who are better than guys that have been on Tyson Fury's professional list, like a Dylan White, a Joseph Parker, a Andy Ruiz. All of these guys, pretty decent heavyweight fighters. He doesn't have the amateur background of Tyson Fury, but he does have a more diverse set of skills to me. He is not the boxer that Tyson Fury is, but he has a jab. He knows how to use it and stay behind the jab. He's okay in close quarters. And although we have seen him have an ability to go down, he's shown the ability to get up, even against big punchers as well. So we know he's got heart. And Tyson Fury has that too, but Tyson Fury lacks in the power department. I do think if he can get this fight to go the distance, he has a good chance at outpointing Anthony Joshua, but I don't see it going the distance, ladies and gentlemen. I think I think Anthony Joshua is going to show you a combination of boxing and power in both hands. He will be able to move forward and back, even if his side-to-side motion isn't the best. And I think he will score the knockout in 8 to 10 rounds of Tyson Fury in both fights. And the second fight might get worse. I think he's the more resilient, and in the end, he will be the biggest draw in the heavyweight division, even more so than he already is. Holla at your boy, let me know what you think. Anthony Joshua, undisputed heavyweight championship in the world, of the heavyweight champion of the world, on the way. Holla.